guys, welcome to today's video. Today we got Dragon Slayer Gaiden. So, again, another Japanese game that we're just gonna hope that we can kind of do something with. So it looks like a Japanese RPG. Again, we can't fast forward through any of this, which is disappointing. So like a really long start. We're not even hitting a button. It's just doing everything itself right now. So I just want to get into a little gameplay, even though we're not going to really be able to get the full gist of what's going on or anything. I mean, we should be able to... I mean, it's a 2-button game, so that in and of itself means it's not going to be overly complex with a lot of stuff. Seems like it might be an RPG, so we're going to have the basic attack, defend, run, usually in that order. So I think we can muddle through at least a little bit, if that is the case. Still can't do anything. We can't fast forward. You know, we can't do anything, so we're just sitting here. Unfortunately, that's one thing I really dislike about this, especially like for any game, you should be able to fast forward through stuff. Because can you imagine this being your second or even third playthrough and having to go through all of this again and again and again? Like, I've played a couple games where because of the long intro and everything, I didn't even want to restart the game again. I was just done. Like, because it's just like having to go through 10, 15, 20 minutes of the same schlock over and over again is just not fun. Especially if somehow you like die early or something happens and you have to restart. Like, it's just, it makes it miserable. Like, everything should have the ability to just fast forward through everything. I get there's a lot building up to everything, and you know, we're getting the hang of what's going on and learning story, and you know, people put a lot of work sometimes into these games. Sometimes the story is as basic, bitch, boring as you can possibly get and doesn't deserve to be paid attention to because it's just that bad. But as a whole, most, you know, stories are well done, and you know, give it credit for them wanting to no idea what's going on. But even has the like forward pass there, and even hitting the button still doesn't do it for a while. Like, still hitting the button is just not doing it. I think that's just a missed opportunity because, like, if you can read at any type of level, you should not have to take this long to read anything and to just sit here, like, just wasting so much time is frustrating. What's even more is when they write as they're talking, but all the words excruciatingly slow scroll across the screen. Also just absolutely obnoxious. Alright, I'm guessing item. Alright, so like I said, I can't read anything, so we're going to have to just wing it. Now we can fast forward through everything. That's nice, finally. Did we save it? I'm guessing. Will you go down? Control seems a little sluggish. They don't seem to do what we want them to. I just want to get out, check out combat. If there is random battles. I mean, we can't read anything, so there's no point in talking to people, trying to buy stuff. I'm hoping we have some sort of weapon already, but it looks like we might have to go to the castle in order to progress. Oh, no, there's an exit. All right. I just want to kind of see what combat's like. What level. Okay, so this is one where you just run into it. This kind of reminds me of Highlight. It kind of has that Highlight feeling where it doesn't look like we actually go into combat. It's just attacking things on the screen. Kind of the way Highlight did things, which was very weird. And that's kind of the same thing I'm getting here. Yeah, okay, let's attempt to see about a weapon then. Maybe we'll go to the weapon shop, see if we can muddle our way through buying something. Because apparently we're doing no damage. But like I said, at least got the idea of how things work. We have 1,000, so let's buy the most expensive thing there. There we go. I think we equipped a weapon. I think I saw. We'll give it a go. Oh, so we picked up armor, we didn't pick up a weapon, it doesn't look like. Oh, that's unfortunate. So yeah, that's kind of what we have is, it's a Highlight-esque combat system where you walk up to the enemy and you kind of paper, rock, scissors with what weapon you have based on their stuff. It doesn't look like random battles. Some enemies don't seem to do much. This does just feel a lot like Highlight. If you guys remember that on NES. It almost feels like a slightly upgraded, even though it's Game Boy, version of Highlight. It's got a bit of the same feel as far as combat, the movement, running around, being able to just kind of go where you want. So, all in all, I mean, we can't really do much because we can't read anything. Well, maybe you can. I personally cannot. Like, it's something I've been really wanting to do, but, like, trying to find time between this and everyday life and everything else, trying to learn Japanese, it's just, unfortunately, been put on the back burner for too long. Because adulting is time-consuming at times, you know? So, all in all, so like I said, it does look a lot like Highlight to a point. It looks like it could be a fairly decent little game. I'm not 100% sure how much I like the way the combat is done in this. Especially when you see, like, more and more monsters just keep appearing to where dealing with things can start getting a little over the top. But all in all, okay, so yeah, you can walk through the trees, just not the mountains. I don't know if we got a partner or what, or we just saved somebody. Poison swamp. Oh, we can't even go across it. All right, fair enough. So all in all, without being able to read, I was hoping that the expensive one was going to be the weapon, but apparently it was armor instead. So we kind of screwed ourselves. So it is what it is. I mean, it definitely could be an interesting game. I would like to try to find a US version of this, or just a translated. Would have been nice. But again, it seems like it has some potential. It's definitely not the best with the way combat and everything is. Like you can see where you're trying to fight one and just all of a sudden you get swarmed and everything. But like it could be a decent, fun little game. It definitely lends itself well to Game Boy, I feel like. Without having to deal with tons of menus and random battles and stuff. I feel like it could be an interesting... Where did the town go that we were at? There it is. So, all in all, that is going to be that, I guess. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have seen more, done more. But without being able... This one definitely requires more reading than I would have liked to have been able to do. So, unfortunately, guys, I apologize for that, but... At least you get the gist of it. Like I said, it is definitely highlight-esque amongst everything else. It seems like a little bit more in-depth and just a better quality of game. Because Highlight was interesting, different, but it wasn't really the best game. It wasn't very well done. It had its moments. It had its like little intricacies that made it kind of a cult classic kind of thing. But as a whole, the game wasn't good, and I feel like this one is just a much better version of kind of what it could have been. So all in all, that's going to be it for now, guys. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.